Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We got a body cam for us today. Man realizes cops found his boyfriend's dead body. Crazy title, ain't it?
Thanks.
Oh, gotta go down the body cam rabbit hole, man. Let's get it. Hey, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you gotta do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
Liking it with a thumbs up.
let's get it. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
Hi. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah.
This is 69-year-old James Clement, a caretaker living with his elderly patient in an alleged relationship. Just days ago, he killed...
Wait,
What?
his elderly patient that he's in a relationship with.
His name is Ralph.
Yeah, I seen
I'm
it.
saying, time to give you some time.
Oh, you good. I had made a mental.
That's crazy, dog.
This is 69-year-old James Clement, a caretaker living with his elderly patient in an alleged relationship. Just days ago, he killed him and staged the death as an accident.
I mean, were you two dating?
No, she was gay though.
Okay, we're here to offer condolences. Okay.
What am I gonna do?
At the time, officers thought they were speaking with a grieving caretaker. In reality, they were face to face with a man who betrayed his lover, beat him to the brink of death, then built an elaborate lie to cover it up. Police had their suspicions from the very start, yet somehow James would outplay detectives and walk away without ever being convicted of murder.
She wants his insurance. She gets all his beneficial. I get nothing. You think I did something to him?
Not right now. So
Oh,
we're
good,
just,
because I didn't. I'm so sorry.
I think you got mad at Ralph or something.
Huh?
You said that to me.
I didn't do it.
I knew you did it.
Wow.
Around 9 p.m. on a Sunday night, 92-year-old Ralph Shorman's life abruptly ended.
92.
Inside the home he shared with his caretaker, James Clement, tensions reached a breaking point and James snapped. He walked up to his best friend and delivered a violent blow to the head, leaving him unconscious and bleeding. Panicked, James stepped outside for a walk. By the time he returned, Ralph was unresponsive. James called for an ambulance, and as help arrived, he began rehearsing his cover-up story, one he thought would clear him. In the early hours of the next morning, the hospital called the sheriff's office to report an unnatural death. A deputy arrived at the ER to find Ralph's body covered in patterned bruises, injuries no one could mistake for an accident. Without waiting for an autopsy, the deputy opens a homicide investigation. Later that same day, officers drive to Ralph's home to talk to his longtime caretaker, James Clement. With suspicion growing, officers arrive at the residence where James doesn't wait for questions. Instead, he's got a story prepared, one he believes will fully cover up the murder.
Oh, did you know he died?
Yeah. Very sorry.
Oh, you know what happened? I figured out what happened.
What?
I went out to feed my dogs. I couldn't figure out what he had, why he was bruised on his eyes.
Okay.
And I said, Ralph, what happened? He said, my dog did it. He must have banged his head, but I banged his head when I was trying to get him in charge.
Can you show me where that was at? Where he
Maybe.
banged his head?
Oh, right here. But that has nothing to do with that. He was already right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going to here trying to lift him in there, and then he fell on the ground. And it's just terrible. I usually watch him 24 hours a day, and just that time I didn't do it. And I gave him 6 years of my life.
Jim, just take a deep breath, okay? We're here to offer condolences.
Oh my
Okay.
God, what am I going to do? I'm going to lose my home. I don't have nothing. I bought this home to give him a home. I gave my life for him. I lost my home to save him from everybody that wanted to pull the plug on him.
Who's that?
his family.
I mean, were you two dating?
No,
No?
we were just best friends. He was gay though.
Okay.
We were the best friends, and he.
James, are you not? Cause that.
Like, don't be like. I don't think that you didn't even have to say that part.
Yeah, I'm like. Cause when did this happen? Well, we ain't got
We don't have the year, but
I'm like, bro, it's 21st century, bro. Like,
We became family.
Okay.
I was like his son that he never had.
While James speaks, his delivery is hard to miss, marked by big hand gestures, tearless sobbing, and dramatic explanations.
Very much so.
And he appears to lean heavily into the image of a loyal caretaker, describing how much he cared for Ralph, even calling him his best friend. It looked unusual, maybe even a little over the top for police, but they don't know James well enough to tell if this is just his personality, if he's drunk, or if something else is going on. But in the middle of James's performance, an officer spots something suspicious on the car that immediately worries James.
What's all that blood from? Is that from last night?
Where?
Right there.
No, that's me.
Oh.
I had an artery cut. See,
okay.
feel that. I want you to feel that.
We're
Feel
not.
that? Look at that.
Yeah, we can see it.
I
No,
thought I grabbed up.
like a knife.
Ralph called
Okay.
me. Ralph called me, and I was trying to fix the dishwasher.
How did you meet Ralph?
Ralph was in a nursing home, and he admired me as a singer in Florence. And they were being real mean to you. Terrible.
Who was?
Florence Villa.
Okay.
And one guy even put cocaine up his nose and took his money. But then his sister said, he's 92 years old. What you did for him, just call me.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, there's a difference between me and his wife.
She called.
His wife, he married his wife for conveniences. This family was so terrible, they threw him in the nursing home and forgot him.
Who would that be?
To be his wife. He married.
Okay.
No, take care. There you go.
Thank you.
No, I don't want this ever repeated. He married Fran to give her his insurance.
Okay.
And when he broke his leg, she threw him in the nursing home and forgot him.
So he married Fran for insurance, you said?
Yeah, she wants his insurance. She gets all his benefits. I get nothing.
Okay.
Clearly,
if you're just a caretaker, why would you? I get nothing. You're just a caretaker. You're just a friend.
if that's something that he decided to do, because some caretakers do leave
Oh,
everything.
yeah,
I mean,
true.
some people do leave everything to like whoever was taking care of them, but I mean, I don't think that it's just some things that like why are we bringing certain things up, but whatever.
James knows how to play this.
Very
He
much
might
so.
look frantic and odd, but he's covering himself well, firing off answers quickly and confidently, never stuttering or hesitating. He also keeps deliberately cutting off officers and steering the conversation under his control. It all sounds nonchalant, natural, like a man with nothing to hide. And it works. Bit by bit, James leads the exchange exactly where he wants it, denying he has anything to gain from Ralph's death, then pointing the finger at Ralph's wife, who stood to benefit from the insurance policy. A clever move. If police want a motive, point them towards someone who has one. Now, with money on the table and a suspicious death, police can't ignore the wife, and they'll have to check everyone in Ralph's circle who might stand to gain. So officers wrap up their visit and head back to coordinate with detectives, unaware this was only the first round in a much longer game.
Also,
a game
the you pointing the blood out on the car to him and not being able, like, I don't feel like anything should go like undone. Like, at the end of the day, he has suspicious wounds and bruises all over his body.
Should've
I'm gonna
been
still
photographed.
treat it as I'm not even talking about Jay. I'm talking about Ralph did when the hospital called and told you that. So I'm gonna treat it as if something happened to him that's not an accident and someone did something, right? So the blood is a little, crazy for me. I'm gonna still just test it just to make sure that it's not Ralph's blood.
Also, who knows? You might not thought she got everything. You probably found out after the death. And you like, damn, she gets everything. He probably didn't know how the benefits was.
Yeah.
that James would ultimately twist in his favor, beating the most serious charge against him.
That's crazy.
At the station, detectives begin their investigation while waiting for the autopsy to provide a clearer picture. They check James's claim and confirm Ralph's wife, Frances Shurman, is indeed the insurance beneficiary. Officers are soon sent to her residence to conduct a formal interview. Though instead of taking the heat off James, this would soon backfire in a way that he never saw coming. But while that's happening, James makes his own move. He walks into the police station, unprompted, claiming he's figured out what really caused Ralph's deadly injury. The twist here is that
Right there already shows you he's
yeah.
a hot suspect. He's trying to stay too close to see what y'all know.
I'm trying to control, like...
Yeah.
detectives are already suspicious that Ralph's injuries were caused by James beating him. So if he slips up and mentions a domestic dispute, police will immediately have the evidence they need to charge him. It's a risky move for James, but surprisingly, he sells the news story well enough to make the case even harder to crack.
He reaches up to his cat, feeds his cat right here, and the lamp is here and his bed is here. So his head's over here, but he reaches up with this hand to turn it on. Well, apparently, the cat probably thought he was going to give him food, so she ran, and that's why he asked me to fix it. The lamp fell over and hit him in the head. That's what happened.
So the lamp fell over and hit him in the
That's
head?
why that was, yeah. And I asked him, do you want to go to the doctors? He said, no, it's just a little bump. I said, well, I don't know. And I think that's what caused that brain bleed, because it was right in by the temple. Did you see that there? Yeah, and lifting him, I had to pick him up like that to put him in the car, so wherever you touch him, he gets black and blue. His dogs jump on him, he's black and blue.
James rolls out a new explanation, this time saying Ralph's injury came from a lamp that tipped over and struck him. Odd as it sounds, the story fits uncomfortably well. Even the marks on Ralph's head could line up with the base of a lamp. It's a problem for police because with the autopsy results still pending, it's impossible to rule it out. So instead of challenging him now, the detective lets him talk. Every new detail James adds makes the story harder to debunk in the moment, but easier to test against the evidence later.
So Jimmy, I just wanted to tell you, you started talking right away, but you're free to go at any time you want, okay?
Yeah.
You wanted to talk to me, so...
It just, the doctor's gonna call me back, but now I know what happened. I am such a perfectionist when I love the people in my life. I can't.
So how many times did Ralph hit his head?
He must have, well, he hit it onto the door when I was trying to get him in the car, but it was more of a bend over, slide down. His sister said that would have happened anyway. Ralph was 92. She says he wasn't a well man. You kept him alive all these years. She says, you don't know how much we appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And like I said, all beneficiaries goes to his wife. His wife was a convenience marriage. He married her to give her his insurance because, I knew Ralph was gay. He's been married gay. He was gay, but he needed me, and we were such good friends. I don't care. There was no involved. He was my best friend, and I was very lonely in my other house, and he begged me at the nursing home, and he used to come sing with me as a patient.
Strategic or not, James is careful with how he presents himself. The loyal friend, the only one who cared for Ralph, framing himself as the last person who'd ever have a reason to hurt him. Detectives can't question it because they know he really had been taking care of Ralph for the past 6 years. However, a motive is one of the first things detectives look for in a murder case, and James is distancing himself from it completely, stressing that Ralph's wife would get all the benefits. What he doesn't know yet is that his defense will eventually collapse because Ralph already told others something very different. For now, though, James keeps circling the same details and drifting into tangents, offering nothing new, until the very end, when the performance cracks and he lets something slip.
So it's going to take some time, but the medical examiners, so they're going to do an autopsy on him and see if they can determine,
what caused that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know, and they could see that might come on.
Before they do that, though, they want to get your side.
Ralph and I got along good.
No, I'm not saying that.
Did that too?
No, not at all. No. They just want to know. They want to know the time of events and what happened. So then that helps them better when they're doing the autopsy.
Oh, okay.
So.
And that's a heavy lamp. And if they're running and they hit and it flies.
Yeah.
And he bruises on everything.
What you mean?
Maybe that's why Francis and them won't talk to me. I hope they don't think that I did something. I don't know.
No, I don't.
Ralph told me I had to watch.
I think they're just sad.
For the first time, James says it out loud. He's worried people might suspect him of wrongdoing. The concern only seems to surface after the autopsy is mentioned. And while the detective notes it, being afraid of a wrongful accusation isn't exactly unusual considering the circumstances. At the same time James is voicing his fear, detectives are across town wrapping up their interview with Ralph's wife, Frances Shorman. She gave them an alibi, saying she was nowhere near Ralph that night. Her statements and phone records were collected for further checks, and investigators left to verify the details she provided. Later that day, a detective stops by James's house to check the lamp he claimed fell on Ralph's head. Without a warrant, James could have refused, but instead, he seizes the chance to prove he has nothing to hide and lets the detective in without hesitation.
When my house burnt down.
Oh,
I know. Get in. Stop it.
I'm trying not to let him out.
No, you'll be fine. Can you shut the door?
Yep.
This is where they ran.
Okay.
They ran here.
Get down.
And they jumped. They jumped on here, right here. He
Get down.
with his head. He reaches up to turn his light on.
Get down.
Get down, dog.
Lady who's a star of a show called Good Times.
And it's still on club.
Okay.
And they went running over here, and apparently, because the lamp burned here,
But they didn't knock any of this down?
all this was down.
Okay.
This was down.
Is that your phone then?
This is my phone.
Oh, okay.
You could smell the urine.
Yeah, I don't want to smell it.
And then he's laying like this, and this is like this.
Oh, okay.
So I can't get this out anymore.
Get down.
So I said, I'll help you. So I put it up, and I paid attention, and I went out to take the little Pomeranians out then. And then when I came in, he said he wasn't hungry, and I looked at him, and he had this bang on his head.
Okay.
Inside the house, James points out the lamp and even reenacts how he thinks it might have struck Ralph. The house is cluttered, but nothing looks alarming. For the moment, the detective is inclined to see James as just a stressed caretaker dealing with tragedy. That is, until he gets a call that the first autopsy results are in. The detective heads back to the station to check them, but what he finds won't deliver the clarity they were hoping for. The initial findings confirmed Ralph died from a brain bleed caused by blunt force trauma, injuries consistent with a fall from height, car crash, or violent blow. But Ralph was also 92, frail, and on blood thinners. Because of that, the manner of death was left inconclusive, pending further study. Even so, detectives kept looking into Ralph's circle. James's shifting stories, the suspicious bruising, and the financial motive with Ralph's wife were more than enough reason to keep digging. A few days later, detectives secure a search warrant for Ralph and James's residence, and a team of officers is dispatched to serve it. For James, what happens next would be a surprise he never saw coming.
Hi. Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Why don't you go on the driveway here, okay? Are all the dogs outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I do?
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
I'll explain it to you, okay?
Okay. I didn't do anything, actually.
Okay.
I've been working all day. I've been taking care of everybody. What happened to Ralph?
Okay, so...
I really would like to know.
Yep, so the reason I'm here today, the reason we're all here today,
Yeah.
is because after his autopsy, some stuff just needs to be answered, okay?
Okay.
So what I had to do because of that autopsy and
Yeah.
being that we don't know what happened to him,
Yeah.
we have to investigate that. So this is a search warrant
Oh, you can search the house.
to go into
The
your house.
upstairs is closed off, so
Okay.
he only stays downstairs.
Yep.
Although James looks a little uneasy, he stays calm and takes the surprise search well, showing no signs of resistance towards officers. But James in turn has a surprise of his own. Out of nowhere, he adds yet another explanation for Ralph's injuries, one that could trigger more suspicion, but James believes it's his best shot at covering his tracks.
Another thing I remember too from that day, I should really tell you this, we were driving to bring the animals to Kearney Road, and all of a sudden a deer ran out and about this far.
We're good.
And Ralph was going to fly into the dash because I slammed on the brakes and I put my...
He's trying to give so many excuses about this head trauma.
What you said.
That right there is
and with it
what
being
shows.
head trauma, and with it being that he's older and not really knowing what, struck him or if he fell, like, honestly, it's so hard to determine.
Honestly, on some real spirit, he could have got away with it. He talked too much. He talking control. His personality is taking too much over. Because he used to talking so much, trying to control everything, trying to be the one. And so in this situation, his personality is overriding. Bro, if you had just shut the... Well, I ain't finished put that. He needs to be held accountable. But I'm just saying.
My hand up like this to hold him back. When he would have hit his face right into the dash. So that's what it done. He had a seatbelt on. But he's so big, he was going right for the dash.
Okay.
But he didn't hit the dash because I put my hand there. I took very good care of Ralph. Okay.
Okay. So I'm just explaining this to you. You can stay out here with Sergeant Reed and
okay.
And my partner and I are gonna go in the house. And we'll,
do they
as
think
long as all the dogs
do they
are
think
outside.
I did something to him?
Not right now. So
we're good, just, because I didn't. I loved that man. I went without life for him. Took him everywhere, lifted him. A lot of the bruises on him is putting him in the car. His dogs jump on. You try to put a guy in a car like that, you have to pull him out. Your elbows are in, and I was damaged, so I had to use my hands like this to pull him out of the car and put him in things. So I'm glad you're going to check that. Okay.
Yep.
Clearly, James isn't making the police's job any easier with the string of details he keeps remembering. But at the same time, it makes him look cooperative and keeps suspicion at bay. With this new near-accident theory added onto the list, one officer stays outside with James while the others move to conduct the search. Inside the house, they collect Ralph's cell phone, but there are no weapons, no bloodied clothing, and no indication of a violent struggle. So with no concrete findings, officers leave the residence to brief detectives. At this point, the autopsy is still inconclusive, and with no real evidence of a crime, the case is stuck. If James stays quiet, he gets away with it right here. But he won't do that. Over the next month, James kept going back and forth with police, bringing new statements or calling late at night whenever he remembered a new detail. It seemed like he was helping clear his name. But what he didn't know was that every time he opened his mouth, he was digging his own grave.
So, you came in voluntarily, right?
Yes.
You're free to leave the doors open. You're not...
Anybody can hear it because it's the truth.
Well, I'm just letting you know. So you're not under arrest. If you want to leave the doors right there, you can get up.
I know I'm not being prosecuted for anything.
Okay,
they're trying to find out what happened.
Yep, just because we're back here, and I just want to make that clear, okay?
No, I'm not worried about anything about me.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
worried about what happened.
Okay.
And I'm worried that
Kearney
Lake is right behind it.
Okay.
I really, for my sake, because I that scared me with all those people. I never thought this would come to this because it wasn't my fault. Why did so many people come? Is that against me, or is that something? Is something happening?
That I don't know.
Why did they think I did?
I didn't say that, Jim. No.
Oh, okay. Because I hope now that would break my heart.
I mean, if there is something that, if you ever did, you should probably come clean and just because
never did.
Because if something like that did happen, in my experience, it's better to get out in front of it and be truthful.
What would happen? Nothing happened.
During the weeks that followed, James kept calling police with strange remarks and making sure they never forgot his name. Until a month later, when he finally decides he's had enough of waiting and wants to clear his name entirely, starting with a phone call.
And when I turned around, I turned to the right to turn around to get him to pull him in to the place. I hit him in the back of the head with my elbow in my back of my arm because I didn't know he was there. So could that have caused that?
Yeah, it's hard to say, Jim.
They told me it would be a year, but I never expected something like this to happen. It was sad, you know? Yeah. Did they find out anything?
Not yet.
That's a real spill. It's good that it's bothering you. Cause that's what it is. It's bothering you. You're like, oh man, like, you can't sleep. You can't. It's bothering you. Probably can't eat. Can't go by on. It ain't like you couldn't kill the man and just move on. It's bothering you. Good, cause with people like that, you end up telling on yourself.
Jim, I'm sorry, it's just kind of taking a while here.
I will bring this to you, but I'm also going to show you a card that Fran sent me. She sent me many of them after this. You'll see what kind of care I gave to him from the letter she wrote to me and Ralph. So I'll let you see that too, okay?
Okay, Jim. I'll meet you out in the lobby.
Thank you, Mark, so much. Bye-bye.
Minutes after the phone call, James shows up at the police station carrying more handwritten statements, and even stranger, a letter from someone he believes will finally clear his name once and for all.
Hi, Jim.
There you are, waiting for you to come here. Oh, you look so different. Now I recognize you. Is it cold in here or is it me? I got low blood pressure.
It's cold outside.
Yes. Yeah, I did this.
Okay.
And right here. This was actually, I made this. This is actually, I write this down because this has been so horrible for me. It kind of helps me.
Therapeutic for you?
Yes, it is. So, I'm so sorry. I can't even breathe anymore.
Well, you guys were together for a long time.
He was not going to die from the first time I got him. I lost my home saving him. From his family. They didn't care. But I want you to read this.
James's so-called evidence turned out to be a card written by Ralph's wife filled with kind words about the care he'd given. While unexpected, it was his trump card. Proof that even Ralph's own wife vouched for him. But the cop noticed his sudden emotional shift, his voice cracking as if he was on the verge of tears, but with none to show. It was an odd moment, and just as quickly, James returned to his usual composure. With that, the officer took the card and made copies of it, while James went home, likely thinking he had finally convinced them of his innocence. What he couldn't have known is that the same woman who wrote that card would later become one of the most damaging witnesses against him. In the months that followed, the case seemed to stall. Even James stopped calling as if he'd finally moved on, but detectives quietly kept digging. In that time, they collect troubling claims from people Ralph confided in about being abused. Then, in January 2022, the final autopsy results arrived. 3 separate internal brain injuries were identified, a pattern consistent with a violent blow, and this time, the manner of death was officially ruled a homicide. By this point, detectives already interviewed Ralph's wife, Frances. They were able to verify her alibi, and she was quickly ruled out. So detectives were left with only one person who'd been with Ralph that night, his caretaker, James Clement. But they didn't have anything against him. No murder weapon, no eyewitnesses, and no forensic evidence. All they had were James's messy stories. Taking him to court now would almost certainly fail. And if James simply lays low and avoids a confession, it's game over. He wins, and the police are all out of options. At this point, detectives know their only chance is to force James to admit what he did. So this time, they call him in, asking if he wants to come for an interview and hear the autopsy results. The plan is to catch James off guard, confront him, and get him to confess. If they're ever going to prove foul play, it will have to come straight from James's mouth. That afternoon, James arrives at the station thinking he's going to clear his name and finally be at peace. Detectives, on the other hand, need to make sure he doesn't walk out free.
I got the medical examiner's report now.
Yeah.
Okay, the autopsy report.
Oh,
it's all right here. The dogs had nothing to do with this.
Why did he say that then? Did he fall?
The dogs had nothing to do with it. Okay?
Did it?
You see how high the lamp is?
Yeah.
That's about it. That is a little higher than what it was when it was on his dresser, okay?
Yeah.
And when I was there, you even laid down on the bed and you showed me.
Yeah, because he was inside the bed.
That is not what did it either.
Oh. Was it natural?
No, it's not natural. And it's not from his head hitting the dashboard, because you told Deputy Benson that you both had your seatbelts on.
Yeah, he went forward.
And you never hit.
Like this. I caught him from behind when he came back.
Okay, so I'm telling you everything that it's not.
Okay.
Okay?
Needless to say, James wasn't expecting this. Every version of events he'd given is laid out in front of him, and the detective makes it clear, none of it adds up. For the first time, James looks cornered, likely realizing there's no easy way out of the corner he's dug himself into. If he wants to escape suspicion, he'll have to come up with something new. Seeing this, the detective leans in and starts asking the tough questions James had been wishing to avoid.
Now, that being said, there's no could've, there's no anything. What happened, Jim? Yeah. And I don't know how it happened. I'm hoping you're going to tell me, because
here's an outside. Yeah.
Are you a drinker?
I have a drink once in a while. I make a hot toddy at night. Ralph had it
once in a while.
Well, no, just once. Yeah, once in a while.
So
we're not really.
So listen, I don't care. Okay, no. But are you a drunk?
No.
Because every time we've talked to you, somebody throughout this whole thing has always smelled alcohol on you. Always.
That was because after that happened, I felt so bad that I had a drink just to relax me, to try to go to sleep. This was after this happened. I had a drink, but otherwise I don't drink hardly at all.
Because I could see. Hold on, I could see. I could see if you were drinking, you don't remember something that happened.
No, it was only just a shot in some either in tea or honey. It was like a hot toddy.
So then, how did this happen to Ralph? You have told me many times in here that you hope we don't think you did it. You hope Fran doesn't think you did it.
I hope that they don't think.
Here's the problem we have.
No, but me bumping him could have done that.
Here's the problem we have. It's not a bumping thing.
Isn't it?
No. In here, they said it would take at least 30 pounds of force.
Really? What did he hit? Did he fall on the floor?
I want you to tell me.
I don't know. I was outside.
If he fell on the floor and hit his head like that, you would have come in and he would have still been on the floor. There's no way he could have got up.
He claimed he was on. I don't understand.
Because you tell me all the time how you would have to pick him up and move him all the time because he couldn't walk.
He could stand up. And when I went out the door, he stood up. He could stand up.
Under pressure, James seems to suddenly remember another detail, claiming Ralph was standing when he left to walk the dog. It's only a small adjustment, but another shift in the story that's already been shifting too much. By now, the detective can tell that pulling the truth out of James won't be straightforward. So instead of hammering him on the inconsistencies, he decides to lean into James's own odd behavior, the tearless sobbing, endless over-explaining, and the drinking. If James can be convinced this was an accident, maybe he'll finally admit to doing something he doesn't remember.
If you were drinking, and something happened, okay, and maybe you don't remember it, that's one thing, and that's fine.
We had a drink together.
So Jim, I just want to know, did you do something to him accidentally that you don't know, that maybe you don't remember?
Well, that's what I'm telling you. When I was bringing him through the door.
That didn't do it.
That didn't do it?
That didn't do it. Something hit Ralph with enough force to do that to him. And then maybe
when we were could that have happened could something, what did they think it was?
The brain bleed would cause the unresponsiveness. Okay?
Yeah.
Are we clear on that?
I sure do.
So, no matter what happened after he was unresponsive, has nothing to do with it.
Could he have fallen on the floor while I was out? I don't know. He could have crawled back in bed. He could. He could do that.
If he hit his head like that, he would have been knocked out.
No.
Well, I don't know. I was out for a long time. 20 minutes with each dog.
So every time, and everyone has noticed this, everybody that's talked to you have noticed this,
well, I'm so upset.
that you don't cry.
I cry all the time.
You don't cry in front of us.
I cry 24.
You try to, you have this dramatic,
no,
like you're starting to cry and then there's no tears.
Well, because I'm just flabbergasted.
That's not a
I was
reason.
shocked when everybody came to the house. I never expected anything
but
like
that's
that.
it's not the only time.
Looks like the detective's persuasion isn't working as expected. Although James fumbles through his words, he still insists he doesn't know what could have happened. However, the detective has one more trick up his sleeve that's sure to do the trick. First, statements from the people who claimed Ralph called them saying James had been abusive. And if that isn't enough, he's ready to go further with the autopsy photos showing the full extent of Ralph's injuries. The plan is simple. Challenge James with Ralph's own words, and then force him to confront the medical evidence he can't explain away.
Let me ask you this. One time, did you dump a bucket of ice water over top of him while he's sitting in his wheelchair?
No, who said that? Who said that?
Jim, you got one chance here to tell me the truth. So
ice, what's that about?
And he said, no, who said that? No, I wouldn't dare do that.
Right.
Who said that?
Who told you that?
Yeah, it's more of a, who told you that?
Because you don't know that Ralph has, been letting people know, and I'm glad he has. Like, are you okay in the head?
I never did an ice bucket on him. Who said that?
Why would Ralph call people and tell them that?
He never called.
Why would Ralph call and tell people that you abuse him?
He didn't tell people that.
Yes, he did.
Who did he tell that to?
He made many calls about it.
No, he didn't.
So why would he do that?
No, he never.
How do you know?
Because I was always with him. Ralph told everybody that his wife abused him. He told them his son abused him. He told everybody abused him when he couldn't get his way when he had panic attacks. And then he'd get very upset.
So you're telling me that you didn't do that?
No.
And that you've never abused him?
No.
I think, and everyone else is going to think, that you did something here.
No, I didn't.
I'm going to show you something.
I would get mad at him when he didn't do things. Oh, there's my poor guy. Oh,
look at his eye. Look at his face. Look at his chin. You think, and you're going to sit here and tell me, you think dogs did this to him?
Well, how did that end up there? That wasn't. I don't know how he's black and blue. He must have fallen.
When?
When I was outside. When I came in.
Okay. So I'll piggyback off that, and I'll say, okay. He did fall. Let's just say he fell. Ralph at 92 years old, and he hits that hard?
Yeah.
His ass is not getting off the ground without someone helping him.
Yeah. Well, he had this before.
Had what before?
Some of those black and blue marks.
Why?
Because the dogs were jumping on him, and he had hit his. He had hit his head. I had
here.
I slapped him and slapped him.
Let me show you this.
To get awake. What's that?
Do you know what that is?
No.
Do you know what the autopsy is telling me and the medical examiner? There's one on each side of his neck, and the one on the
holding him up when I was trying to wake him up.
I wish I could just reach through the screen and slap his face, slap his lips.
He got an excuse for everything.
Every single thing.
And it's OD annoying.
That is so annoying.
Like, bro, like you cornered, bro. I ain't never seen somebody who got an answer soon. Like, and I mean, immediately.
It have to be on the. Like, stop.
Like, immediately somebody say something to him, is response. You can't, not even a good liar responding.
I'm still stuck on him using the word that he's such a perfectionist. I'm still stuck on that because that alone tells me everything I need to know about you. You feel like you smarter than everybody. And my thing is, you think that you have gotten away with it. I don't know what the outcome is going to be. I hope that Ralph gets the justice.
But also, why the fuck, one thing, why you try to low-key try to throw it at the wife?
You think she got over there that quick, did that
Murder
while you was
him.
out walking the dogs? Be for real. But then go turn around and bring a letter that she wrote speaking highly of you.
as an
They're
alibi.
trying to use it as like, oh, I'm such a good person. I was a caretaker for 6 years. I loved him. Everyone knew that. Look.
That was your boyfriend for 6 years.
Like, and you mistreated him.
Why would you not tell me you grabbed him by the neck?
I did grab him by the neck.
You didn't tell me you did that.
Yes, I had to hold his head up when I was trying to hold him up. And I couldn't. I was trying to get him out of bed, and I shook his head to wake him up.
Why would you grab someone like this? Not with two hands.
Yeah.
Like this. Why would you grab someone like this?
Because I had him like this.
By the neck?
No, hand here, I was trying to pull him up.
Even when faced with witness statements and the photos of Ralph's injuries, James refuses to budge. By now, he knows that staying firm is the safest play he has left. For the detective...
You said what?
Nothing.
No, say what you said. Say.
It was a joke. It don't have to be said out loud.
Watch yourself. Shake your face. Watch it. But no, that's how he grabbed him by his neck, took the lamp, and bam him.
And banged him in his head.
And then 92, he wasn't going to be able to recover from that.
No.
Hell, at 32, he might not have been able to recover from that.
It's proof that circling around isn't going to work. So he decides to make a risky gamble, cut straight to the point, and accuse James of murder.
So I'm going to tell you what I think happened. You want to hear what I think happened?
How do you want to know?
I think that Ralph was probably on you about something.
No, he wasn't.
Listen. I don't know that you remember doing it, but while Ralph was laying in bed, you grabbed him by the neck, and you took your other hand and you hit him with that lamp in the head.
I did not. I wasn't even near that lamp.
That's what I think happened.
No, it's not. Honest to God, that's
because
not.
Everything that I have, all this paperwork, everything in the report,
I did not.
That is what
I wasn't even near the lamp. I came in from outside.
You're lucky that I didn't bring in the picture of when they cut his head open to take his brain out, and you should see the massive amount of blood that is in his head on the left side.
Why?
Why? Because he was hit with something 30 pounds of pressure or more.
The detective's gamble is paying off, and the pressure is getting to James. Watch the next few
seconds. Did y'all have a weight or something?
No, it was the lamp.
Oh, so it was the lamp.
But it's the motion and the force. It's the motion and the force. It's not the weight, but it could still be the lamp, right?
Yeah.
And weight, I doubt they'll have a weight because two old motherfuckers. I doubt they have a weight. Yeah. But damn, I was about to say something. Oh, you remember how he reenacted? Said the lamp must have tilted it. There's no damage to this side. There's damage to this side, which would have been the furthest away. Mm-hmm. Even falling. He would have had, for him to have that much impact damage in his skull, just his skull would not be done. If he landed and had that much, he would have had bruising of the face. Mm-hmm. If he landed front face, this would have been swole. Mm-hmm. If he had, it would be a worse scene.
Seconds closely, because James is about to slip and give detectives the confession they desperately need.
Come on, James.
Here's how it would go, okay?
Yeah.
Because exactly what I told you is what I think happened. I think maybe you...
I was never mad at him.
Everybody knows that you drink, and you told me you don't.
No, I have a drink once in a while. I don't drink often. Lately, after I did it, I got a drink.
In the middle of the conversation, James appears to let something slip. A statement that sounds dangerous.
Did he just say that for real?
Yeah.
Everybody knows that you drink, and you told me you don't.
No, I have a drink once in a while. I don't drink often. Lately, after I did it, I got a drink.
Lately, after I did it. After you did what? After you did what, sir? Jimmy, Jim, James. After you did what?
Because he cannot. The reason why he constantly just calling y'all, checking up on y'all, because he cannot live with it. It's haunting him. And so he has to drink to stay calm. He's antsy because he's disturbed. He's not at peace.
He should be disturbed.
In the middle of the conversation, James appears to let something slip. A statement that sounds dangerously close to an admission. The detective doesn't react and seems to miss it entirely. But another officer monitoring the interview hears it right away.
Good.
He knocks on the door and pulls the detective outside to fill him in. Moments later, the detective walks back into the room, now armed with the potential slip of the tongue and ready to make one last push.
You told me,
Yes.
just now, you told me into this conversation today, you told me that you guys were having drinks and then you had another one after you did it.
No, I didn't do it.
What did you do?
Huh?
You said that to me.
I didn't do it. Let's do it.
I don't know. I want you to tell me.
I put him on the bed actually earlier, but did it? What's did it?
I don't know.
I don't either.
What?
Why
so
would I
you
say that?
I don't know, Jim. That's what I want to know.
They can't do something to me, can they, for all this that happened? I don't want to end up being
I
put in
don't.
jail for something or whatever, for something I didn't do that was not something that was violent.
Well, you did it, but it's an accident, you're
Yes.
saying.
One thing is certain by now. James
Say-
has
he just said
absolutely
yes.
no grasp.
Because the officer said, well, you did. He said, yes.
He not picking up on stuff.
Who, the officer?
Yes. I need
Oh,
you
yeah,
to-
am I tripping?
I didn't do that was not something that was violent.
Well, you
He's
did
when he
it,
said
but
the
it's an accident, you're
Yes.
saying.
When he said the accident, yeah.
Now,
he said yes.
I'll say this.
Unless he just, because he talks so much and just be talking and answering and
Let me say this real quick. Do I think he purposely killed Ralph? Like just deliberately, I'm finna kill him? No. But do I think he's abusive to Ralph? Yes. I'm saying it's not first degree, it's manslaughter. See, don't be. We do this. It's not. See, like if you kill somebody, it's first degree.
No, I don't be like, oh, if you
You
kill
see-
some. I'm just like, he's 92 years old. First of all, there's no accident. You don't accidentally bang somebody
I get what you
across the head. A
get what
92-year-old, put your hands around their neck.
But the thing,
What?
no. I
What?
said he's purposely abusive. Do
Uh-huh.
I feel like he's deliberately trying to kill him? No, is what I
Nigga,
just
you,
said.
ooh, excuse my language.
You saying anytime you put your hands on him, you deliberately trying to take his life.
My thing is, let somebody, like, say for instance, somebody did that to my grandma, put their hands around her and bang her across her head. Listen, at her old age that she was, rest in peace to my grandma, you trying to take her out. I don't care what you say. You trying to take my grandma out. Ain't no way. You ain't. I don't care what you talking about. Drinks or not, whatever. He calling around telling people this man is abusing me.
And I do.
I get you like maybe it was just another day he abusing him and he probably he 92. You trying to take this man's life? I don't care what nobody say. I ain't saying it's first degree or what. That ain't up to
But
me.
it's
That's
100%
the courts.
manslaughter, though.
But
It's the act of
I know what you're trying to say. Yeah,
So,
I
yeah,
know.
it's
I know.
manslaughter.
Yeah, I'm not putting a label on it. But you trying to take this man out? Oh,
I agree. You should not, most definitely. And honestly, me personally, do I think alcohol had anything to do with the abuse? No, I think he just
you just an abusive person.
yeah. And
Because you know he's fragile. He can't fight back.
And he's very controlling.
And he's controlling.
Most people who are on a controlling state like he's on are abusive as well.
One thing is certain by now. James has absolutely no grasp of the severity of the situation he's in. He doesn't even seem to realize that the final statement he just made has sealed his fate,
Yes.
giving investigators exactly what they needed.
I heard what I heard.
And with that,
Jim.
the
Hopefully the
interview
officer-
is over. 2 days later, James Clement is arrested, held without bond, and indicted for involuntary manslaughter and lying to a police officer. His trial began on January 15th, 2025. Prosecutors argued that 6 years of round-the-clock caregiving left James burned out. He was dealing with his own health issues, stressed, and drinking heavily. Between September 23rd and 26th, James repeatedly struck Ralph Schurman with enough force to cause fatal brain trauma and leave visible bruises and head injuries. On the night of September 25th, James...
They said he had been... My bad. I said he been hitting him upside the head for a couple of days.
But they are charging him with involuntary manslaughter. I mean, yeah, is that how you say it?
You can say
yeah.
That. But also, because you can't say that my action was deliberate. It's hard to prove that.
Yeah, I know.
But if he had been hitting him for the past 3 days in a row upside the head, then yeah, you were trying to kill him. So then that's to me that's premeditated, which is first degree. But it's all about what you can prove in court.
James repeatedly struck Ralph Shurman with enough force to cause fatal brain trauma and leave visible bruises and head injuries. On the night of September,
or is it because
September 25th, James delivered at least one high-force blow to Ralph's head, causing internal hemorrhages that proved fatal within hours. Every shifting explanation James gave was exposed as nothing more than a cover-up story. Ralph's wife also testified in court, revealing that just days before his death, Ralph called her crying, saying James was becoming violent with him and begging her not to call police because he was afraid of what might happen. On January 19, 2025, James was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter and lying to a police officer. He was acquitted of murder, but sentenced to 54 months to 15 years in prison.
Is that him?
I don't know.
No way, that's him. Yeah, that's insane, though.
Rest in peace to Ralph. I don't care if he was. Well, he was 92 years. He ain't deserve to go out like that.
Not at all.
But yeah, James was annoying, bro.
Just go do your time, my boy. Go do your time. It was uncalled for.
Because what did he get, 15 months to...
54.
54 months to 15.
What's 54 months?
What was it, 54 to 15?
15 years.
Oh, 50. Ooh.
4.5. Oh, he'll parole out. He old.
He ain't that old.
He old. They gonna say he probably parole at 3. I swear.
He old.
It depends on. This is in Michigan, so I don't know their what's it called. Yeah. So he probably do 3. Come home, especially if he got an illness or anything, because he was already dealing with his health. So they'd be like, "Oh, he's sick. He's elderly." I swear, bro. That's how it be though.
When he went old when he.
And he might. I'll say this: he might not get parole on the first time, but he's not doing 15 years, and he's not doing 10. 9 times out of 10, at the most, he might do 5 to 6. He's gonna come home early though. Fucked up. He's gonna come home early.
Rest in peace to Ralph.
Once you start learning how this, you just gotta understand the system, man. The system is fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
But y'all spam us up in the comments, man. Let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below, man. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We out.
Peace.
Time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar.